Hello, JRR here, and today we're going to go ahead and go over one major issue in roleplay, well, Facebook roleplay, that I found a lot of errors in. And before you ask, yes, I am going back to that running gag. For those of you who don't know what this means, meh. Today's topic is going over fighting on Facebook roleplay. Now, I don't mean just arguing back and forth and, no, tanks are bad, they're made out of metal, metal came from the earth, and yada yada. No, not that kind of fighting, for love of, no. I mean, like good old fisticuffs, kung fu, ninjutsu, crane style. Or is that chicken style? I don't know. Mad cow. Moo, moo, motherfucker, moo. But you see the point. That's what I'm going over today. That kind of combat. I don't mean just silly combat. I mean actual kung fu, beat your ass, break your arm, snap your neck, kick your body off to the side, then mulch it over with a lawnmower a couple times just to cover yourself. So, we're going to go over 3 specific topics of roleplay combat. First topic being not putting any fucking detail into things. I mean, seriously. Now compare that first pitiful statement. Compare that to this. A considerable difference, I would say. I mean, granted, that's not like my best way of writing a fireball, but at the same time, I'm just trying to prove a point, trying to show an example. So, with that one done, let's see what's the other one. Yes, as you can tell, you have a reflection off my eye where it just shows pretty much Windows Live Movie Maker. But it's freeware, and I'm getting the hang of it, so fuck it. The next issue that we tend to have in roleplay combat happens to be an issue that most people have. This is the one that causes a great deal of GodModding. Now, I don't mean that it's necessarily causing you to GodMod or causing your opponent to GodMod, but, and if you don't know what GodMod is, check out one of my other videos. It'll be under the RP rants, which is where this video is going anyway. I digress. The reason why some people GodMod is because, well, what's a good way? Even if you detail your attack really well, they'll either not react to the hit at all, like they're immune to it or something, or, and I do mean or, they put so many attacks, like a combo, they make it into a combo in one post, and expect you to react to every hit, and they expect your character to sit there and get their ass kicked. Now, let's break this down. If you are, say, Vegeta, and you're fighting Raccoon, you're not going to go down quietly. You're going to do what you can to take him out. Does it always work? No. But you're going to at least put forth the effort. And what happens in combat roleplay is people tend to forget this, and they just assume that they can do a long combo without being countered. Brutal combo. They're expecting that to go on without a hitch. They're expecting fantastic combinations of attacks that go in succession while your character's supposed to sit there and just let them. What fighting, anything, anime, movies, games, what type of combat, no, what type of combat would just say the opponent wants to get their ass kicked like that? I don't think they do. And before you sit there and go, I think I get the point. No, I don't think you do. Yeah, let me show you a. Let me go ahead and use a weak example of how they describe attacks, but you'll see what I mean. One post, multiple attacks. Yes, every guy wants to be kicked right in the balls. Good plan for that one. Hell, even if you take the slap at the first point, you're going to want to block the ball shot. Just duh. But people don't see it this way. They assume you're going to take all the hits, and their character's a badass, and yada yada, blah 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 blah. No. But this is only the second problem in combat for most Facebook situations. Now, the first one I already covered, it's with detail. And when I put the detail in there, I said where the attack was going and what the intention of the attack was. But most people just ignore the attack in general. That's GodModding. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. They're usually set up that way. It would be, you would try to attack, and you make it nice and sound good without auto-hitting. Then they pretty much come back with the basic bullcrap of a combo, ignoring your attack but giving you a combo, and then getting mad when you don't react to their combo. You know, they did not react to your attack. Hypocrisy. The name is RP Combat. Now, I know what some people are thinking, because the same thing I thought when I first went over to Facebook Roleplay. Shouldn't y'all have, I don't know, what's the word? Rules? Now, this is where it gets really iffy and interesting, because some people actually do have rules on their character. But, Jeff Goldblum wise, but you see, it's with the numbers and you specify exactly what the attack that you would permit to come back at you versus the attacks that would go out, the attacks that would go away, attacks that you would issue afflict onto your enemy, and there we go. No, no, none of that. Oh my! No, not that kind of attack. No. No, but the whole thing about this is when people put up their rules, there are some rules. I shit you not. Some characters, I would put it up here, but you'd be like, what? I've actually seen this. And this. Well, gosh. What can you do to fight him? Apparently, according to his rules, if you friend him, according to his rules, you're not going to touch him. He is a supreme badass / god, and your character will never touch his. Ever. Because you will not be able to hurt him at all. But, of course, this happens to be a guy, and wouldn't you know it, the Begaites liked him. I'll leave it at that. For those of you who don't know who the Begaites are, let's just say they're the ones that most of these roleplay warnings and such ended up coming up about, because they fall into these trappings ritualistically over and over again. You know, they're the ones that can't think of any storylines besides kidnap and rape. But if you sit there and watch like Family Matters and Family Ties and all that stuff, they have a whole bunch of normal situations where you can get a story out of that. Hell, I'd say watch Nickelodeon. SpongeBob even pulls it off without having to fight every 5 seconds, even though he knows Kung Fu. It's whatever. He does what he wants. But, yeah. We move along. The third item, if you can't tell, I just made a little hint in there earlier, is fighting multiple people at once. Now, I'm sorry, if you're role-playing Sephiroth, and you are this big evil angel thing trying to take over the world and blow it up and whatever, correct me if I'm wrong in a video game, but couldn't you have like 3 teams of 3 fight his big monster form, and then it comes back to a team of 3 to fight him again, and then it comes finally around to Cloud fighting him? Well, gee, I want to roleplay Cloud because now I was on a team that there's multiple people attacking one person. Oh, really? You want to be Cloud? Have you seen Advent Children? Have you seen the 3 people that jump Cloud? So it's still 1 on 3? Shut the fuck up. No, I don't have to take attacks from other people because there's just so many people attacking me. Well, dude, if you're attacking Sailor Moon, and there's like Moon, Venus, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter? Is that right? Doesn't matter. I'm not 100% certain. I haven't watched it in like eons. But if one of the Sailor Scouts gets attacked, usually the other group of Sailor Scouts will jump in. They will jump in to save them. And if it gets that bad, then usually once per fight, the Steel Mask shows up and throws a little rose to interrupt an attack, and then it's like, ugh. And that's when shit goes down for them. Sorry, that's kind of how it works. I don't have to fight 5 people. No way. I'm not fighting 5 people. Dude, you attacked one of the Sailor Scouts. Be happy you're not fighting 9 people. The Outers and the Inners. Be happy you're not fighting them. Be happy you're not fighting the Starlight group, which is like another 3. Be happy you're not fighting those guys. I mean, seriously, you attack one of the Sailor Scouts, you're pretty much expecting a 9-on-1 fight. That is like the worst case scenario for you. 10-on-1, because I forgot about Tuxedo Mask, Starion / whatever the fuck he's called. It is at most a 10-on-1 fight. At most. If you attack one Sailor Scout, you're getting a 10-on-1 fight, most likely. Now, I can see where you don't want to fight that many people. It sucks to be you. Learn your cannons. Learn your cannons. Hell, when the androids first showed up, it was 2 on what? 5? Krillin, Yamcha. Should we really count Yamcha? Tien, Chaozu, Gohan. 5. Then there's, I want to say 19 and 20. There's them. Yeah, Piccolo, Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, Chaozu. 19 and 20. So it's a 5-on-2 fight, which means one person has to deal with at least 2 people. Then of course Goku showed up, so it's a 2-on-6 fight, a 1-to-3 ratio. Surprise! Even in Dragon Ball Z logic, you're stuck there. You got a number. And then Vegeta showed up, so it's a 7-on-2. Surprise again! Yes, the fighting can go 1-on-1. Yes, you can sit there and go, okay, y'all don't fight. Hell, 17 and 18 proved that. Vegeta was ticked off, he wanted to fight 17 and 18. Vegeta got mad, challenged the androids, so 18's like, okay, I'll deal with them. Yes, there's still Piccolo, Gohan, Krillin, and all them around with Trunks. And 17 told him, if any of y'all jump in, I'm jumping in. So the fight was forced to be 1-on-1. Situations like that, fine. But when you're dealing with a number of people, little guys just having fun. When you're dealing with a number of people, it's going to happen. Depending on the situation, it's going to happen. If a character is well liked, others are going to jump on you. Especially out of character. And that goes back to my other thing of issue 3. But I digress on that one. I'm not going to go back over issue 3 again, because I know some of y'all are sitting there going, no more issue 3. No, I've already had enough rants on issue 3. I don't need to go over it again. But, like I said, that's where the issue comes up. Is because if multiple people are fighting your character, and you get upset because I don't fight 3 people or more, you should look at their canon. If you're fighting Sailor Moon, any Dragon Ball character, there's a possibility between those two at least. At any point in time, you're going to be stuck fighting at least who knows how many people. Naruto, same thing. Even if you see the early episodes, it seemed like Dragon Ball-esque. Yes, I do make fun of Naruto a lot, but I did watch a couple episodes to make fun of said Naruto. But at one point, it was a 2-on-1 fight. There was one boss. They captured the sensei or whatever, and Naruto and I guess Sasuke, you know, the one that everyone says is a pretty boy, those two went at it. Just to fight this guy. Just to try to free the sensei. They went at him. 2-on-1. Guess what? It happens. Depending on the situation you are in, depending on the situation that you've caused, or depending on the situation that the other character is in, they might have people come in to try to fight you. Hell, I had a Berserk character that was losing his mind, going after, like, Ayane, and oh lord, everyone who didn't even make sense to the canon showed up to fight. And I say people who didn't make sense to the canon because they didn't make sense to the Dead or Alive canon at all. They were like left field characters. But if that case is still, you don't know what that character has done in their time frame. You don't know what type of alliances, allegiances that they have with other people. You don't know that. So you can't just sit there and go, I'm not fighting 3 people. No, motherfucker. You attacked them. The situation changed. Deal. And of course, as to that last little part of I'm immune to all attacks. That's just straight up godmodding. That is expecting a character to be godmodding, and that's literally all it is. You accept his friend request without reading the rules. You've accepted the fact that he will dominate you, period. It doesn't matter. Which again comes back as a pain in the ass to me. It's like, what the hell? Why would you even bother? It's not like this guy who's immune to all attacks is just da-da-da, nice piece. No, this motherfucker will go at you to attack you. He will fight you purposely. He will attack you purposely. And yet his rules state you can't win. No, literally, he has like a final sentence that says you can't win. Or gee, put me on Elm Street, call me a teenager, and let me go to sleep in front of Freddy Krueger. That makes perfect sense. But even then, they have a chance of victory. Even those who deal with Jason Voorhees have a chance at victory. It's just, once people put in there that they're like immune to everything and you can't win, I'd cut them. Because they're the ones that are going to sit there with the stupid ass storylines about rape, kidnapping, murder, psychosomatic damage, things like that, where they're just pretty much manipulating your character and forcing your character into every which way short of, well, every which way, because you can't win. There's nothing you can do about it. So I don't know why he put up there, I'm not fighting 3 people. Well, if you're already immune to everything, you don't have to worry about fighting 3 people. You can fight 50 people because you're immune to everything. What the fuck? Yeah, it's time for his medicine. So, well, I'll deal with that. I'll deal with that. But you guys, I'm pretty sure I've covered everything here. Now, there's other rules about countering and whatnot, and I'll get into specifics later. This is just over the basics of it. So, have yourself a good night, and I will see y'all whenever y'all decide to play another video of mine.